kick every episode off by going around the table, which is where we talk about something new, fun, and noteworthy about our weeks. Patrick.
Hi.
Today breaks my streak. I have been watching a movie a day. And in theaters, I should clarify. I've been going to the theaters every night
For
this
2
week.
days.
At least twice as long as that. I've been going every night this week because it's been a while since I've been going too sporadically.
It's been a while since you got your full money out of Movie Pass.
Right.
That's right. And so now my new goal is to see if they will remove me from their service. That's what I'm trying to do. See enough movies that it doesn't make sense to keep me around. So that being said, I saw Black Panther after we finished recording last week.
Cool.
I separately, on just sitting at home after Black Panther, I watched The House, which is the Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler and whoever film. Better than I expected. I'm a fan of The Butcher.
Jason Mantzoukas. He steals that film.
He absolutely does. Yeah, he's one of those guys that he always play. He's the same personality.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I just
He's
love it.
He's
Love
got
it.
that guy.
Then Shape of Water. Finally saw Shape of Water for the first time. Nobody in the theater. I was the only one there, and it was like a 10 o'clock movie. So the film isn't creepy. Like I had gone into the movie kind of expecting some type of suspense, something, and it isn't that at all.
Yeah.
And but
Had you heard that it was? Or was that just a presupposition you had?
it's a combination. People have pitched it to me that way, but it's very possible people that had not seen it had pitched it to me that way.
Yeah,
So
I feel like you'd have to have had not seen it to say that it was a creepy movie.
now, certainly the setting can be kind of dingy at times, but it's not a suspenseful movie by any stretch.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it added to the mood to get to see it by myself, empty theater, was great. I completely cried at the end of the film. Like the final shot before the credits roll is just, it was a moment. So loved the film, beautiful, best film that I've seen this week. By the way, Black Panther, everybody, I'm going to give it a 7. We don't have to go into it because we already did reviews the last week, but 7.
Wait, who do you agree more with on reviews for Black Panther?
Y'all were about the same. Do you mean between y'all two?
Yeah.
Luke, at one point you said that you didn't necessarily agree with me, but we never talked about why. You said
we
we'll
were gonna
talk
take it
about
to
it after
Slack.
the show.
Yeah.
Let's do this. If this episode doesn't run long, let's circle up at the end and
Circle
just
back
throw
at
some
the end.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maze Runner Death Cure, which I'm actually going to come back to. That was the next film I saw. I saw it as the completionist mentality because I had seen the first two. This film was delayed 2 years because the main character had a pretty nasty injury from a stunt gone wrong during the filming of the second one. So this film was delayed for 2 years. Did finally, get made and get released. By no stretch a good film, but it's nice to have completed it. And they did make some really good callbacks back to the first movie. They were very fitting given what was going on. Specifically, Walter Goggins is in this film. Walter Goggins, if you watched Justified, he's Boyd Crowder in Justified. He's like the bad guy.
Yeah. Yep.
And he is fantastic. His character is awesome in Maze Runner. So his character also dies.
Okay.
So spoiler,
Cool.
He dies. Fantastic. And then I one movie I saw that was not in theaters because I don't know if y'all know this. This is going to surprise you when I say this, but I had seen 2 of the trilogy and I had never finished it. But I watched Back to the Future Part 3 for the first time last night.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That doesn't surprise me. No, I'm like, yeah,
it's incredible. It's awesome. It's I ended
so
the film.
You saw Maze Runner before you saw Back to the Future. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to make sure that we all were on the same page.
It
with
was
how
a timing
ridiculous
thing.
That sounds.
It was just a timing thing.
Wait.
But
you didn't have enough time to watch Back to the Future 3?
what was your question, Luke?
So out of the 3 of them, what is your favorite one?
Out of the Back to the Future trilogy.
Yes, the trilogy.
Maybe it's because it's been maybe it's because this is the freshest on my mind, but I really enjoyed the third installment.
Sure.
A lot.
Sure.
Hey kid, where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Like
7-Eleven.
Yes. I've only seen it one
Yes,
time,
that's a
guys. I
line.
can't quote it yet, but yeah, I do. I remember that from last night.
That's the best line of the movie.
It's true.
You think that's the best line of the film?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a better line.
I'll watch it again and I'll let you know. Anyway, super enjoyed it. So I'll say that of the films, I liked the second one the least.
Sure.
So it's between the first and the third. But again, third's pretty fresh.
So
third's
right now
pretty
you're
strong,
3-1-2?
Right now I'm 3-1-2. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm 1-3-2. So.
Okay, yeah. So anyway,
I
that's
think
that.
I'm 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Really?
order. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would
fair
say
enough.
Sports,
Andrew.
I feel like you guys aren't giving enough credit to the Sports Almanac.
I'm
Oh,
sure
2 is great.
well, the idea
Don't get me
of it-
wrong. 2 is great. It just Biff is so
I don't like
gross
Donald
in
Trump
2.
Biff in that film.
It's so
I don't-
gross.
Because it
Yeah.
feels too real.
It's too much.
I mean,
And
yeah.
This show has just gotten political. We need to be
I'm
very
sure-
careful now.
Yeah,
Whoa.
let's take a step back. I'm sure if I went back and watched one, I'd feel differently. But again, 3's the freshest right now. One other thought. I was walking through a shopping mall tonight,
Okay.
like a strip mall.
Yep.
And I had a thought because I've really been missing Orlando. And I had this thought of like, if I really think about it, it's like a really shite Disney World, wherever I'm at. It's just that instead of having like this really cool, themed place to eat, I have a Marco's Pizza. And instead of having the Coke shop, I have like, the Coca-Cola, like general store, I have Bargain Basement. And so in
So
a
what you're
lot of
saying
ways,
is your world is like a Disney World.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I have to tell myself to feel good about the world that I live in. That's what I need right now.
That's a sad existence.
Patrick's new
So I have
mantra
to tell-
is live like everywhere is Disney World.
Everywhere is Disney World. So as you're walking around, as
Just
you're
to
living
get
your
by.
life, just imagine whatever you're looking at. If this was a part of Disney, like associated, what would it be? Let us know. If you have like a store that you pass or you visit or whatever, let us know what it equates
I
to
actually
in the world of
understand-
Disney.
I know what that feels like because in our mall, there's a World of Disney store. And so like when I go in there, I'm like, I feel like I'm in Disney.
Okay,
Because of all the products that are Disney
that are
products.
actually Disney products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can see how maybe you have a stronger association than I do, but it was a really comforting thought. Andrew, why don't you go and take
It actually sounds like a really sad thought. Like if you take that to the ultimate conclusion, it's like, oh man, he has to live in an alternate reality just to make it through the day.
It's more like the
Yeah.
Banksy version of Disney World.
It's like Biff cleaning the car.
It's
Disney.
called Dismal World.
Dismal
right?
World,
Dismal?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll make this pretty quick. Played some Dungeons and Dragons for 5 hours, a little over 5 hours last night. Thus, some of the bags under the eyes. If you're watching this on YouTube in high def,
IDF bags.
man,
It's so good, right?
I hate when Luke is right. Just in general, as
Yeah,
a standard
sure, that's fine.
rule,
About
It's fair.
D&D.
I hate when Luke is right, but he is absolutely right. You can absolutely become immersed and have just the best time doing this.
It's so
thing.
good.
So,
It's just your imagination. That's the best part.
well, and little miniature figures.
Well, that's fun, but
So like we're getting ready to round the bases, or we are rounding the bases on this campaign, and then we're gonna take a little bit
Lost
of a
Mines
break
of
from it.
Phandalin.
And then we'll jump back in after like a kind of an interlude of doing something a little bit different that I'll be talking about during my master category. So I went on to Hero Forge today and started building my character for the next the next campaign, which will be a rogue, but it won't be. I'm currently a halfling rogue, but I will be just a human rogue. And it's such Hero Forge is pretty rad.
Hero Forge is awesome.
I know we talked about it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe even. But I'm excited to
All
now
of
actually
these
have context.
Here are my 5 characters from the campaigns I've played that are all Hero Forge minis.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, it's my wall
You
of
painted them yourself, right? Because they don't come painted.
No, it's my wall of fame. Yeah,
So I'm going to be sending you my other figure.
do it.
All right. And then the other thing I'll talk about. Two more things actually. Cyclops and Oh My Disney, or maybe it's just Cyclops and Gallery Nucleus. I don't know, but they're doing a Disney, like Disney Channel afternoon TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gallery show. And I think it debuts this week. And oh my gosh, there's Rescue Rangers on there. There's Tom
Gummy
Whalen
bears.
did Tom Whalen did
DuckTales?
DuckTales.
Duck
Like, why can't I remember the name? He
Bird.
did two variations of a DuckTales print. You said the gummy bears. There's a couple of Darkwing Ducks.
Have they posted these anywhere? Like, is this?
They've started. So, Oh My Disney did a tease. I'll send you the link, Patrick. The link will be in our show notes, so that you can see some of the stuff they've already posted. Man, there's some. There's some like new DuckTales and some old DuckTales. I am excited for this show. Immensely excited for this show. So check out that show if you're a Disney fan. I'm sure that stuff will be going up on Gallery Nucleus site. Just stay tuned to that. Follow them and follow Cyclops, and you'll see all the details for that.
Yeah.
And then finally, I talked about this on the show several months ago, last year. There's a comic book called Headlopper.
Yeah.
And I talked about that. Adam McLean. I think that's how you say his name. MacLean. I think it's McLean. I don't know, something like that. But it's his character, Headlopper. But I talked about how I pre-ordered a figure. Well, he came in. Here is my...
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it so good?
It's like this big, muscly dude with like chainmail, like kilt kind of thing. And, fingerless
Just tiny little
gloves.
feet.
And these, little tiny booted
He looks
feet.
like a big Viking warrior.
He's got the
pretty
braid
sweet.
down the back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's got the back fat.
But
Yes.
a way tiny head. Like, his head is 40% smaller, 60% smaller than it should be for the size of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're having a hard time picturing what this is, go to our YouTube channel and watch this. At least this portion of the
It's
show.
really good.
It's so good. The sculpt is great. It's lightweight. It's not too heavy, and you'd think that it would be like top heavy, but it stands really well without a lot of effort.
So
and
it
here's the
strikes
box.
me there's no articulation for the elbow, but at the same time, I like the idea that his arms are just always like flexed and out. Like,
Yeah, I mean his hands turn like he has an
Yeah.
articulation in the wrist.
Is there any
his-
accessories, or is it just that?
Nope. I'll show you in a second. His legs don't turn at all. There's no articulation in the legs, so they're just this whole bottom piece is just one sculpt. But he
Yep.
has a twisting torso,
Yep.
articulation in the arms, and then his wrists also. But here's the box that he comes in. Pretty simple, plain box.
Yeah.
There are a couple of different versions of him. There's a black and white, not black, a DIY one,
Yeah.
a glow in the dark one, and then like a bog blue. It's like a teal colored one.
Like his
I
skin is
wanted
that
just
color,
the regular
right?
one. What?
His skin is the blue color, right?
Yeah, his skin is the blue color.
Yeah.
I wanted just the regular skin tone one because
Sure.
it's
he
a little
looks
bit
just- it's
darker
awesome.
than an I blew myself blue.
A little
Yep.
bit darker, has a little bit more green tone to it. But
Yeah.
it did come with this. So the pre-orders, at least, I think it's just the pre-orders, came with this map of the island
Oh, cool.
to go with them. And it's printed on like canvas.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's pretty neat.
great.
It's the island of Bara, which is where he's from. And I would have thought he would have come with the head.
Yeah.
Because there's like an accompanying head that he carries around with him that talks.
Yeah.
I would have thought that would have come with it, but it didn't. So, but it's fun. He's going to be a cool addition to the shelf.
Yeah.
No one's going to know what he is, but he's just an awesome looking Viking.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For the shelf. So, and then I ordered this as well with it. The same company. So the company that puts it out, that made it is Skeleton Crew Studio. That's
Okay.
who produced it. But I also got this because they work with Mike Mignola as well. So I got I gotta see if I can get it to show
yeah.
up on the
You
Oh
can
yeah,
see it,
yeah, I
kinda.
see it.
I'm trying to get the other cameras. There
It's
we
like
go.
an etch in a mirror.
Yeah, it's
like a
the
mirror finish with an edge.
BPRD enamel pin. So the BPRD from Mike Mignola's Hellboy, or Abe Sapien, or Lobster Man, or whatever it is, Lobster Johnson. It stands for the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. That's what
Are the
Hellboy
edges
is a part of.
rounded almost like a button, or is it a hard edge? Because that's a pin, right? Not a button.
It's a pin. Yeah, it's a pin. It's an enamel pin. It's actually, the edges are a bit rounded.
Yeah, so it looks like the edges are rounded. It's a mirror finish, but it looks almost like a nickel, like a darker mirror, at least what I'm seeing.
It is. Yep.
And then it's that whatever that icon is etched into it.
Yeah, it's exactly
great.
what you just said. Exactly what it is. So it's mirrored nickel. It's got kind of a rounded off edge to it. It's beautiful. Like, I'm excited to wear it because it's the symbol that the team in Hellboy wears. I love Hellboy, so it's gonna be a cool addition. So
I love mirrored nickel finish. I don't know why. Something about it is just the most
it's hard
beautiful
to
thing
photograph,
to me.
though.
Well, it's because so you can see yourself. That's why you like looking at yourself.
That's true. It's the
There you are.
narcissism more than anything else. All right, Luke, take us home.
Yeah. So this week, I got a package in the mail, and it was really, really cool, unexpected. Our friend, you know this guy, right? Jared Mariyama.
Jonathan Mariyama.
He sent me a little care package with a note that had 2 little stickers in it. Super nice note. Missed you at the Orlando meetup. Just a few goodies for you. Be more responsible with it than Andrew.
Hey, Andrew got a shout out.
So it was this up. It's hard to tell if this is a magnet. I think it is.
It is.
Magnet.
It's a magnet. Yeah.
It just doesn't. The backing feels different and looks different than these magnets. So he sent me these, and then I also got a new figure for my Kingdom of Cute. I got the teacup, which is super awesome. And then the awesome pin that he made, the underwear pin.
Yeah.
I got a squared Co button, so thanks.
These all look great.
Little burger button. Little sweet little burger button for everybody. I got the J Mariyama pin. And then
he sent you one too?
Yeah.
I have one that I was going to send to you, so I'm going to keep it now.
Okay. And then in my blind box, I got these 2 guys.
Oh, Patrick got Dumbo as well.
Sweet.
I did, but then I got the teacup. And then
Trying to get the other camera
this is
focused.
my guy. Oh, you dropped him. I'm sorry. But
you also got a teacup.
Yeah.
There they are. That's better. All right. Took a second for him to focus. But man, Jared's just great. He's a super nice guy.
Is.
I didn't expect that at all.
Here's one thing that struck me about Jared that you didn't get to see, Luke.
Okay.
Gosh,
he's very tall.
He's not.
He's 6'10". So Jared's there. Jared's signing, right?
Yeah.
Jared is the guy whose name is on the
He's the star attraction.
Yeah, I mean, when he's at Wonderground, that whole thing.
Yeah, his money comes from the mouse. He's doing stuff right.
A Squared Co. I didn't even notice this button before. Yo, bros. But he's also like picking up socks for Wilsey and going over and like buying magnets and pins for people, and
that's who he is. Like he's
giving Andrew stuff he's gonna lose. So the fact that he's like also. He's very humble when he's doing the signing, and then he's like serving other people and like getting stuff for other people.
He's
it's just
so
so
good.
I'm
cool
going
to
to clarify
see.
something. I 100% agree with what you just said and what you said, Luke. He is awesome. And yes, Patrick, he is super, accessible and so kind and thoughtful. But I will argue with you. I did not lose it. So here's what happened. So he said be more responsible than Andrew was. We had the meetup. He gave me this bag and gave Patrick his bag, and I set it on the table and then continued to talk with people because there were, 20 people there by that point.
I'm gonna call it 25, but sure.
At the end of the evening, I took my backpack and left, and then I turned back around and went back into the restaurant because I realized I didn't have my bag. And they said, and I mean, it was like within a minute, and there was no one else in there. We closed the place down. And so I walked back in and I said, there should be a white bag that was sitting on the table. They're like, there was no white bag. So someone took my bag, with all of my stuff in it before I
Just
can
to be
even
clear,
look through
not
it.
someone at the meetup. We're not accusing someone at the meetup.
It was 100% Adam Grayson.
There was someone shady in the booth to the right. I think it was those people.
All I know is there was no bag that
I
was left on the table.
also
So
would maybe suggest that Patrick just maybe looks in another backpack or something to make sure he didn't actually grab it also.
That has never happened.
notice Patrick and Mackenzie both got a bag. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie's bag has a note to Andrew.
No, Jared gave me 2 bags, so back off.
While we're still in this world, you showed this. They just had their 50th episode. Squared Co podcast did. So good
We
job,
made it
guys.
to 50, guys.
That's freaking awesome. We know how much time it is to do that. Good job. And their show is getting really good, guys. Like, have you guys listened lately?
No,
it took me a
makes
minute to
sad
catch
listen
up.
to it because it's so much better than ours.
Let me just say this real quick. I don't listen to anybody's podcast, including my own. So
Okay.
it's never a slam at anybody, but podcast listening,
It's
it
a little
takes
bit of a slam on us.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of engagement when I'm working, and it distracts me from working.
that's true. I
So
do see
I have
that.
to turn on, like, music is more passive to
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
Like, people that put on movies and shows in the background, I don't know how you do it. Same thing with podcasts, because I want to start like interjecting and responding. So I just have to do music.
Just do this. Listen to podcasts when you work out.
I will listen just as often as I am now.
No,
That's a great
I
idea,
hear
Andrew.
you, Patrick, because I can't listen to anything, whether it's a movie or a show on YouTube or a podcast, anything that has talking while I'm trying to do anything that involves reading. I can't do that. So in your job, that's a lot of reading. So I hear you. But yeah, good job, Squared Co podcast. Congratulations. I'm done. Let's move on.
Oh, okay. I thought there was gonna be more, so I started putting this pin on.
Okay. Well, it's on.
It's
You
good
did
looking
it.
pen.
All right. So that's it for the Around the Table portion. Make sure you listen to our Master Category episode that's coming up right after this one. If this is where you're leaving us today, make sure you check out the show notes below on this video. Like and subscribe and share this video. It's so helpful to us. It doesn't take you a lot of time, doesn't cost you any money. But if you do want to support the show financially, go to patreon.com/M1podcast. Throw a couple dollars in the old proverbial bucket. It'll help us continue to do what we do, get better at it, hopefully, and continue to do more and more stuff.
And tell people.
And then
tell people.
join the conversation on Slack. Go to m1podcast.com/Slack and join a community full of incredibly awesome people, including lots of the people we just talked about in this episode. And man, if you're not in there, we're missing you. There's stuff to contribute, there's stuff to talk about, and stuff to share. And then finally, connect with us on social media. Just search M1 Podcast on all the different platforms. You can find this on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Is that live yet? Maybe.
Still waiting for it. Hopefully by
Soon.
tomorrow.
Soon. But we're everywhere. So just search M1 Podcast. We want to connect with you. So I think that's it for this one, though. I'm going to call myself Andrew.
Patrick,
And I'm Luke.
Peace out.
bye.
Hold on to your butts.